So you performed at the Jam Card Jam.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? I've heard about
God, that was
that
amazing.
Show before.
Yeah, like Jam Card is like a private app for artists and musicians, and they do a jam pretty often. I don't think that they've done one in a while because it's kind of like, it's vacation season for everyone. But it was amazing. Like freaking Robert Glasper was there, which I was like, oh my God, like. Okay, Robert Glasper's here. Ty Dolla $ign was there. His whole band was there. Yeah. Like, it was freaking amazing, and that company is just amazing. It's almost like a, it's almost like a LinkedIn for artists. So it was dope. Yeah,
that's pretty tight.
Yeah,
that's pretty. I've heard of that before, but then when I saw you perform there, I saw your post. And
it was like just a jam. I technically just like they passed around the mic and I just went up and I was surprised a lot of people were acting really shy, like nobody wanted to sing. I think maybe 3 or 4 people got up. It was really weird, but I don't know. Also LA.
How has LA enhanced your performance?
I would say what's interesting is it's allowed me to be more comfortable, which I didn't think that's what LA would bring me. I performed a lot before I moved here, and I worked on my stage presence and crowd interaction and just overall performance technique, I guess you would say. But when I got here, you would think I would feel more pressure to be extremely, I guess, polished in my performance. But I got more comfortable in my performance and just being myself on stage. And yeah, it's kind of, I feel like that's weird that manifested in LA, but that's how it's been.
Well, not really, because LA, as far as being a center for arts, you see so much different types of expression from clothes, hairstyles. I mean, fucking graffiti. Like, it's so hard not to feel some type of freedom in LA. So that's true. That's true. That may be a component to what contributed. But as far as performing, it goes even before the music, right? You were into theater.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well,
what brought the flame?
I've always been like a theatrical kid. I'm the youngest of 3 other siblings, and they all have huge personalities. And but what started it was I ended up switching schools. I switched to Monterey Trail High School, and they had open auditions for The Wiz. And I was like, yeah, exactly. I'm about to ease on down that road. So I auditioned for the role of Dorothy, and I didn't really think I was gonna get it, but I did, and I was like, oh my God. And then, like, of course, I had the most lines because I was the main character, and I studied my lines for like 2 weeks, and once I realized that I was able to remember my lines for an entire musical, I was like, I could really do this shit, because that was a lot of words that you remembered, and plus stage blocking, plus your music, and we sold out every single night, and that's actually kind of what helped spark like that me wanting to be an artist too, because it was like, I can actually do this. And before then, my mom and my siblings had never heard me sing individually. I was always singing in the choir because I was too nervous to sing in front of my family and just people in general. And so that was the first time they saw me sing too. And from there, I was just like, I feel like I could do this. So, yeah.
And what age was that?
I was a sophomore in high school.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You ever perform on stage, Tony? Like show choir? Or any type of...
All right, so I was supposed to have a part, but yeah, as you could tell, I'm a monotone, low person.
Lightweight.
Yeah, and that's just what it is. I can't, like, I am projecting, I am doing it, but
I am doing it.
But that was like a problem on the stage, so they took my part and they gave it to this other person, and I cried like a bitch. That was theater.
What was the part? That was theater.
Yeah, what was the part? What was it?
It was fucking it was a dope ass story. I forgot to play, but it was about this investigator who just came into town to try to solve what happened to the treasure to this family. But it turns out it was a whole town conspiracy to where the grand patriarch, who was handicapped, wasn't really handicapped, was just plain crazy, so she wouldn't have to go to jail for this multi-murder that she pulled off for and like she killed all these people, and that's how they got the fortune. That was the fortune.
That is scandalous as hell.
It was really good. I really wanted to part, but they was just like, you gotta speak up, and I was like, I'm speaking up. And it was like, you know, it was like Tony louder. This sounds loud.
Aww.
Hey, yeah.
It's all right.
No, it's cool because I still ended up being a comic and. I wish you could see me now.
Right, exactly. Now you're on stage.
What is that guy doing? Not shit.
No, I don't know. Probably living a great life.
He's gonna contact us after it's like, actually, I'm very successful. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I had Bitcoin stock before it was
before it was even called Bitcoin. Okay. Oh my God. The senior. What was it, like the senior project that they would make people do?
You didn't do that either?
Nope. Didn't have to. I did it. I did it, but
yeah.
I didn't have to do the senior project.
My senior project was lit. I did a calendar because I was on the football team. So, like, I had, football players pose in different. We did a calendar for the ladies for the school. And I went.
Oh, my God.
And I went around and I sold it to the teachers. The principal bought it. It was tight. It was about business.
I'm scared that
it was about business.
Principal brought it.
Hey man, she supported my vision. I was like, it's my senior project, and my whole point is business, building a product and selling it, and I did that.
Facts.
So yeah,
that is hilarious.
There's somewhere there's a principal or a teacher with.
I don't know how appropriate that is.
Yeah,
that's what
There were certain teachers I was having issues with it.
Weird as fuck.
She's like, hey, Earl, let me get 3.
It wasn't too, I mean,
slowly slides you a 50. Yeah, let me get 3.
It wasn't, there was no nipples showing, you know what I mean? There was no.
Hey, listen, that's
can I get a little
weird.
personal delivery?
I think, first of all, I've like taught and stuff, and I would support, but I wouldn't take it. Like, I'd be like, here, if you were selling it, I'd be like, here's $50 towards that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take one because it's not fucking appropriate.
Not at all.
I had to teach about 2.
We got to be careful. They got to be careful.
Yeah.
Lord.
I think I might expose my school a little bit. Sorry. So, let's get into the first game.
This is the part where we...
So the first game is Behind the Post, and basically I've gone through our guests' social media, and I bring up certain posts, and I ask for context behind the post.
I don't know why. I'm just like, even though I know I haven't posted no bullshit, I'm just
imagining
nervous. You like showing me the phone like, what was this?
Explain yourself.
Explain this, huh?
Well, the first post, I just thought it was a funny pose and where you're at. You posted this January 20th. You were in the grocery store. You're in the grocery store taking a nice picture with a lettuce. And the caption says, your favorite auntie took a stroll to Vaughn's to get some veggies for tonight's dinner. Now, my question for you was, what were you making that night? Mm-hmm. And what's your best dish that you can make?
Listen, I don't even remember what the hell I made that night. I'm being so real with you. I don't remember. But my favorite dish to make, probably macaroni and cheese. Okay. I love to make.
But you're not
you looking like that. I know my mac and cheese is the heart of one of the hearts of black dinner. But
so there's no crabs in your cabinet, right? Okay, I just had to make sure. You gotta double check. You gotta check.
No.
Check these
but I would probably say mac and cheese is probably like my favorite dish.
Okay. Did you make that for this past Thanksgiving?
Well, my family went to Disneyland for Thanksgiving, but wow. I'll probably make it for Christmas Eve. We do Christmas Eve dinner, so I'll probably make it for that.
I have not talked to somebody since Thanksgiving. I haven't talked to anybody who sat down with their parents for Thanksgiving and had Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my family doesn't really celebrate Thanksgiving.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so
I just think a lot of people are just. I think everybody's so busy and doing so many things, and plus my friends my age range we're all older, so we're all busy doing things. It's just crazy to think like just 10 years ago that was like that's what you waited for months. Like
that's true.
Thanksgiving, get to see some fam, get to eat some food, leftovers for a week.
But then PlayStation 4 came out. I mean.
Yeah, PlayStation 4 came out.
I'm off work. What? I have time to myself.
I have money. I can go buy something from a store and not have to worry about cooking and dishes after. That's a fact.
I got homies online, fool.
Oh, my God.
And here's
All right.
50 for the mac and cheese.
So
Let me get 3 of the mac and cheese.
3 of the mac and cheese.
all right, so second for Behind the Post.
Okay.
You posted this on Facebook, November 20th. You said, I left my job 2 weeks ago
Hey, it's my birthday.
and stepped out on faith. My job has not given me what I needed and stressed me mentally and physically. I needed something that would allow me to put my music first. I prayed in detail about what it was I wanted and needed. I took the risk, and it's been hard keeping faith, but today I got the call I've been praying for. Now, you don't have to give me details on the call.
Okay.
But how does it feel to leave your job, leave the matrix, was what I call it, and be able to pretty much go with what you're going for full time? That's why I'm hinting that's what you did, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, I did this before when I first moved to LA, but I did it differently. I didn't do it in the smartest way, but
that part.
yeah, I didn't do it in the smartest way, but I'll have a lot of fun and I don't regret it. But it feels great. It's also very hard, I would say. For one, you realize the structure of a 9-to-5 is very comfortable, and you kind of have withdrawals. Like, you feel some type of way about yourself when it's like Tuesday and you're like calling your friend at 3:00 and you're like, oh yeah, I'm like, why isn't she answering the phone?
Exactly.
Like, bitch, she at work. You your dumb ass. You know what? Who, you know?
Yeah.
So right now, like, you know what I mean? What you doing? Everybody not off, you know?
Right.
So right now I'm doing like freelance type of stuff where I'm able, you know, I'm still working technically for someone, but it allows me to have my own schedule, which is amazing. And that is what I value a lot. But it has put a lot of responsibility on me to have better time management and allocate my time wisely. And I've been loving it. But you know, when you first quit your job and you start that transition, it's difficult. But
I feel like you're like, yep, here it is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, now it's time to go. Like,
yeah,
I'm only in charge. I'm in charge of myself.
it's
now,
on
100%.
you. It is on you. But yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.